My mom in the green dress.
It's right here.
Yep. And if you do not have earplugs, please grab them from my mom. The first two performers will be quiet, but then after that it will be very loud and you're gonna need them. Um, that is all. This is Axiologus. That's it.
A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, already calculated. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, it's useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because, through excessive thinking, they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, we confuse science, words, numbers, symbols, and ideas with the real world. Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us the best photograph. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is hardly more fun for us than to read it. This is a disaster. For as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere science, such as bank balances, contracts, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses. And don't realize that the air stinks, water tastes chlorine, the human landscape looks like a trash heap, and much of our food tastes like plastic. Time to wake up. What is reality? Obviously, no one can say because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. It isn't spiritual, that's also an idea, a symbol. Reality is this. start asking what it is. It's just a noise. Just let your eardrums respond as they will to all vibrations coming in. Don't let yourself or your ears be offended by the popping or stimulus sound. Give an example of that is gradual, don't worry. You will be projected into listening to sitting by the fire, having a noise. just as you've been letting vibrations in the air play with your ears. Let your lungs breathe as they will. Don't as yet attempt any breathing exercise. Don't force anything. Simply allow breathing. Now, is this breathing a voluntary or involuntary action? Or both? Or neither? Just feel it without taking sides, without words. And again, hear my voice as if it easily and openly. And just let the vibrations in the air play with your ears. Most of us are short of breath. We never really empty our lungs. But to make a long, clean out breath, you mustn't force it. Imagine there's a large ball of air inside you. And allow it to fall slowly through your body. Pushing, easing the breath out in drops. Ease the breath out just as you the breath come back in as a reflex without pulling it. And then imagine another ball of lead in the neck. And again, let it fall out, long and easy. Things seem to be happening at once. First,